Good morning, America. Bill Allen here with BewareAutoRepair.com. In my nuts and bolts section of our webpage, BewareAutoRepair.com, I will have the next 5 video messages are going to be breaking down the powertrain of a normal automobile. This is not going to be a mechanic lecture. It's not going to be a talk on the technical part of it. It's just going to be a layman's terms, nuts and bolts, just a very basic conversation between me and you on how a car works. So the only way you're going to be able to communicate with me, of course, is go to the webmail, go to my mail address. It's bill@bewareautorepair.com and send in your questions. I'll be glad to answer them. Now, we're going to talk about the powertrain, and then I'll break it down into the next 4 videos after that, so that when you get finished this quick little 30-minute talk at the end of all of these, you'll have a pretty good understanding of how your car works. Excuse the noise, the guys are working in the shop right now. But this layout is a very primitive layout of a power plant or a powertrain. We have a radiator, a fan, hooked to a water pump, hooked to an engine with pistons, an oil pan with a pump, an air source, fuel source, and an air discharge, and a fuel discharge. That would be your exhaust. Then the transmission to the axle, or the drive shaft to the axle, and then to the tires that turn the car and make the car move. Now, if this was a front-wheel drive, you would not have the drive shaft. It would be an axle shaft. It would serve as both an axle that turns the wheels and a shaft that comes out of the transmission. So it's pretty simple. From here to here, when you start your car in the morning, the pistons turn, it sucks air through the air filter, sucks fuel from the fuel pump, burns it right here in the piston chambers, spins the crankshaft spins the torque converter empowers the transmission to begin turning the drive shaft that turns the wheels. It's that simple. This is what happens every time you start your car. In the next 4 videos, fuel, coolant, oil, and transmission, I'm just going to show you what each one of those do when you turn the key and how important it is to keep an eye on it, to understand what it's doing, and to know when it's time to change them. And if you stay and understand this and try to understand and do the best you can, you'll get taken advantage of less when you go to a repair shop, because you'll understand what they're saying. And when you say, make it make sense to me, it'll mean something. You can go out and look, oh yeah, I saw that on the video, now I understand. But let them show you. And if it doesn't sound right, feel right, or look right, it isn't right, and walk away from it. Tell them to put the car back together, you got to go. But always know you can email me, and I'll do everything I can to help you. And we'll talk to you soon. BewareAutoRepair.com.